What's going on, y'all? Welcome in. This is Wake Up Barstool here at Chicago HQ. Barstool Sports. It is Thursday. It is game day. We made it, guys. We made it through the middle of the week, and now we're here about to kick off a run of football games that will once again give us value to our lives. And here's your Thursday crew. I'm T. My Baby here. We got PFT, Mark Titus, Jerry, Big T back there doing the production work behind the glass. We hope you're all having an excellent morning today. And look, we're going to dive straight in. We got Thursday night football tonight. Very excited for it. Commanders going to Lambeau, take on the Green Bay Packers. And PFT, were you aware? It's a whiteout game.
They're doing a whiteout?
Whoa. They're doing a whiteout.
We're whiteout good?
Whiteout good. Winter warning in Lambeau, guys.
But it's not. It's summer.
It's like, what? It's 75 degrees at kickoff?
Yeah, but it's the winter warning.
Winter is coming.
Yes.
We're just skipping over fall.
It's a classic, stark North winter is coming affair. It's a bit ironic as well because you sent an image to the group yesterday that shocked me. For those that don't know, I ended up here from Louisiana, right? We like to think of ourselves as drinkers. I've already had a drinking scandal here at the job.
Listen, everybody else. Everyone else thinks of you guys as drinkers too.
Yes, everyone does.
Yeah.
And so we always think like, nobody does it like us. But I mean, put the graphic up, guys, because these are the drunkest cities in America, and it is damn near a clean sweep for Wisconsin.
How
dude.
incredible is that?
It's either Wisconsin or Wisconsin adjacent for the most part.
That is a thing of beauty right there. I respect that state. Look, I mean, how can you not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of the top 10
is
from Wisconsin.
10.
Do people go to work in Wisconsin?
I mean, is this a function of winter? Just being inside, wanting to drink beer?
Yeah.
Is this embarrassing for Minnesota? You have North Dakota on the list. You have Wisconsin on the list.
We got Missoula, Montana in there.
Like Minnesota feels like.
Where are you at? Step up.
Minnesota just might be too drunk to report their stats.
That's
the
true.
Wall Street Journal.
That's true.
Yeah. It's like Wisconsin has a combination of heavy drinkers, but also people that will fill out forms online.
So I found this fascinating because Green Bay's #1, massive game tonight. So there will be, paradoxically, likely a lot of blackout in the whiteout.
Whoa.
Yeah.
During the game tonight.
Wow.
Yeah, I got my blackout uniform on tonight. Yeah. No, the whiteouts, that's weird. Like, I'm just speaking from my lived experience as a Commanders fan. We've never been good enough to have teams break out like special marketing initiatives against us. Like when you play the Commanders, your marketing initiative is we're gonna win today. That's what it's been.
Well,
now it's like we got the weird jerseys.
Is it that or is it just Thursday night?
It might just be color rush.
Is it just a?
And white is actually the #1 color rush color because it's a combination of every other color.
Oh, wow.
That's a great point.
Wait, I thought white was the absence of all. I thought it reflected all color.
No, that's the Louisiana education. It's the combination of all the colors.
No, I thought
together.
black was black. Wait, so black reflect? No, because
Black is all color.
No, because black gets hot. Black sucks in all the colors.
Black's all color.
White light
Yeah.
is the combination of all colors on the visible spectrum, a concept from additive color theory.
It's right here.
No, you can't grab your nuts at me.
I can't do this on television. Actually, shout out to us. We all remembered to wear pants today. No one wore shorts. Nothing's hanging out.
If you took every paint and put it together and mixed it up,
That makes black.
that's gonna be black.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's all the colors mixed.
that's correct.
Wait,
That's confusing.
Mark, thank you for bringing that up. In additive color systems like light, white is the presence of all colors, while black is the absence of all light. Conversely, in subtractive color systems like paint, white is often the default uncolored or unpigmented surface, leading to the common but technically incorrect idea that it's the absence of color.
Wow.
Look at us. So
Well
here,
done, Big T.
Here, while discussing
Thank you.
the paradoxical nature of blackout fans at a whiteout game, we've stumbled upon an actual color-based paradox.
How about that?
In terms of additive versus subtractive colors, guys.
How about that, Jerry? Can you sum up what I just said?
I love the graphic on
No,
screen.
I can't. All I know is I usually tend not to wear white shirts, like white T-shirts, because they make me look fatter. If you notice, I'm always in a black T-shirt, usually.
Actually, one
thinner.
of the advantages of an all-white football uniform is it just makes you look big as hell.
Yeah.
And conversely, all black can kind of make you look a little too slim, a little too tiny.
Jaden looks very skinny in the all blacks when you guys wear that.
He does, yeah.
But black is more badass.
Yes,
Like
also
schools like college schools that have no black in their color scheme will do the all black uniform.
They go out of their way.
Yeah.
Look at Mississippi
Because
State.
it kind of
last
does
week.
look badass, but it makes you look slim, which isn't quite as bad. I don't know. It's confusing.
Jaden, he looks like a shadow when he wears the all
He does.
And we're only doing the All Blacks one time this year. We're running it back against the Bears because that was the Hail Mary game.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jaden, you have your Commander's helmet behind you. Shout out Cletus as well. Thank you to Fox. They have sent us a limited edition. What is it? 1 of 500 Cletus spot.
Yeah, I think that's number 249 out of 500. So shout out to FS1 for sending that over. We got to get Cletus in studio though. I want to break down film with Cletus. I want to talk about getting blackout drunk with Cletus.
Yes.
I want to just have him here as a presence and debate stuff with us. But tonight I'm excited, but also this is like, we're playing against a really good team. I'm going to be very unbiased in this. And I think the Packers probably have the edge. They're a much better team, much better roster, top to bottom. But we'll see. If Terry has a special night, I think we win. That's the key.
Debo looked good too last week. What about this? How much of this game comes down to Micah Parsons? Because I was looking at some things yesterday, and there is not a team that Micah Parsons has had more success against in his entire career than the Washington Commanders. I think he had 4.5 sacks last year alone. He's got 10.5 his career. He's got 15 quarterback hits, 23 pressures. That is all the most for his career against any team.
Yeah, here's the thing though. He might have had more success against the Dallas Cowboys. Now that I think about it, by getting shipped off to Green Bay, that was a massive dub for him.
That's true.
But I think that he loves Dan Quinn, right? So maybe he's going to be like, "Hey, respect Dan Quinn."
Oh yeah, because
I'm not going to try that hard against you. That's what I'm thinking. No, that's a mismatch. Micah Parsons is awesome. I still stand by my take from last week. They should sit him. They need to get that back healthy. They're a playoff team, right? If you have Super Bowl aspirations, and you're the Green Bay Packers, you need your dogs to be hunting when it comes December, January. You don't need to waste a game on a Thursday night. Like, that's dangerous.
We still got 15 more games in this season. You can't,
Exactly. You don't want to shoot your wad too fast. So I don't know if I can say that, but I did. With Parsons,
You can. You good?
With Parsons, he needs to be sat down, let the back heal up nicely, and let's just not try to be a hero on
He's got to be fresh. He's got to be fresh.
What about who do y'all think? And I want to talk about the quarterbacks in a minute because this is obviously a premier matchup with Love and Daniels. But who does this game mean more to, or are kind of both teams playing with a bit of house money after having like really good week ones? Because I thought both the Commanders and the Packers looked incredibly competent in week one. Obviously, the Packers were dominant, but like the Commanders' score doesn't reflect just how in control and good Jaden looked that entire game.
Yeah, I mean, he had some misses too, though. I don't know who it means more to because it's like so early in the season.
Yeah.
Listen, if we lose and we look competitive and we get out healthy, at the end of the day, I'm going to be okay with that. I'm going to be upset that we did. But if we do win, then I'm going to say some reckless stuff next Thursday.
Yeah.
This for me is a gateway game for how far I'm willing to let my brain wander this season. Because if we win this game, I'm gonna talk about it.
Is it Super Bowl?
It's Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Whoever wins this game is Super Bowl.
Yes.
Whoever wins this game.
Okay, so yes,
So
exactly.
I think context matters. Like if you lose 42 to 7, you know, like that's obviously not good. But assuming that the loser of tonight's game is competitive, it's a close game. If we get like a Bills Ravens type situation, it's too early in the season. Both teams look good in week one. You lose tonight to another really good team. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think it's more the team that wins is going to be talking Super Bowl.
This is a rare instance in sports. Not a lot to be lost, but everything to be gained. Right? Like you said, you lose a game, okay, we're fine, whatever. But you win, and you're immediately thrust to the top of the Super Bowl conversation.
I think also the Commanders, yes, they looked good in week one, but I don't know if they're a good team or if they just played against Russell Wilson. It could be one of the two. I don't know.
Okay, so speaking of quarterbacks, tonight's game going to feature two of the best, Jaden Daniels, Jordan Love. PFT, a question that you have played with for much of your career, right? Elite, top 5 quarterbacks. Are either of these guys in the top 5? I think there's an easy top 4, right?
Yes.
We'd all accept Allen, Jackson.
Alan Jackson.
Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Who else? Help me out here. Pat
Burrow.
Mahomes, Joe
Joe
Burrow,
Burrow.
right?
Burrow.
That's your big 4.
Right.
Some will have Stafford 5. Some might have Jaden 5.
Yeah.
This is like, what's the fourth major American city? Who's the fifth?
Yes. Who's the fifth? Who
top five
are the
quarterback?
top 5 quarterbacks that could be top 5 by the end of the season?
Okay, one, I kind of object to the premise of your question because I think Jaden is number 5.
Okay, and that is fair.
I know
that is fair.
But if he gets his ass kicked tonight and he looks bad, then I would say, yeah, you could make a case for Love to be. But in terms of like the top 5 that could be top 5, I got a name that you probably won't expect me to say.
Ooh.
Dak.
True.
Wow.
Dak
True.
could. He looked great last week. We've ranked him as like the number 16th best quarterback in the NFL, and part of my take for the last 2 seasons. That's like his award, is the number 16th best quarterback.
Yeah.
But when he plays at his best, yeah, like when Dak plays against the Giants, Dak kills the Giants.
Kills the Giants.
He could be. You could look at that guy and be like, I could see him being top 5.
Also,
and Dak made the plays to win the game.
the bar is set so low for the Cowboys this season because of the Parsons trade that I mean, we talked about it last week that the offense is still good, and so I think that like the expectation for this year's Cowboys team is non-existent. If Dak puts up massive numbers, and they start winning games, everyone's gonna be like, man, is Dak better than we thought? Like I think it's gonna work in his favor that we've kind of knocked the Cowboys down.
Big T, who would, if you had to choose a not top 5 quarterback to end up there by season's end, who you going with?
I mean, I'm shocked y'all haven't mentioned this guy's name. Have y'all watched Justin Herbert?
He was
play football?
so good,
'Cause
dude. He
y'all
was
just
so
mentioned
good
a lot
last
of guys that are worse than him.
He just
We mentioned, well, first
worse
of all, we
than
just
he.
like started. We mentioned like 2 guys.
Well, we're talking about Jordan Love
You said
and
that like
Jaden
we've been spending
Daniels.
20
hold on
minutes
now,
naming guys.
hold on
We
now.
also
I
had
would
an
take,
entire list that said Madison Beer on it.
They're playing tonight. That's why we mentioned Jordan Love and Jaden.
but also I would take I would take Jaden over Herbert still right now.
I would respectfully disagree.
Oh wow.
Well, I disagree with that.
It's something about
I would have agreed with you before he was dating Madison Beer.
Oh, okay. So
It seems to have unlocked something.
Yeah, but Jaden doesn't date. He's
Correct.
Married to the
so
game.
locked in. Yeah, he has no distraction.
Eventually, that's going to lead to burnout.
He's not out here playing.
You gotta have someone to go home to.
You get burned out on the love of your life, Big T?
Say that again?
Would you get burned out on the love of your life? He's married to the game. He loves football that much.
Right.
Yeah. Well, is
I
that
guess
how
we'll
you-
find out.
Are you going to treat your fiance like that? That'd be terrible. That'd be
No.
terrible.
No, I love her so much.
Actually, look, maybe to your point, T, Aaron Rodgers, married now, 4 duds.
right.
I mean, a happy wife, happy life. Jer, how about Raji, dude?
Oh man, I'll just say I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of him. Really, I mean, you talk about a guy who just gets bashed nonstop in the media, says he doesn't care about teammates and doesn't care about games. Everything's about him. He's special still. Listen, he might be slow, but he's still special. He could sling that rock. He's not going to turn the ball over. He's smart. I love him to death. Listen, I'm not going to say Rodgers is going to be top 5. I'm not going to say that. But I think it's realistic that he could be somewhere between like 10 and 12 this year.
Yeah.
I really do.
I think he's better than that.
You think so?
At his best, yeah.
Oh, at his best,
Just
yes.
say it, Jerry. Just say he's going to be top 5.
I can't say that.
Right,
no.
he's watching right
I want to be a realist. Listen, I'm on TV now. I want to be a realistic Steelers fan. I really do. I want to be realistic. I'm not going to put him in the top 5.
But he's sitting at home. He's watching. He's having his morning mushroom tea or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's seeing Jersey Jerry, the guy who's supposed to be his top guy out there.
I'm his top guy. Yeah.
You said you were proud of him.
I'll put him 6.
Okay.
I'll put him
at
6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the number 2
So he's
guy that
knocking
could
on
be
the door. Yeah.
Yeah.
top 5.
I'll put him at 6.
I mean, there's Daniels, Herbert, Goff, Baker Mayfield. Has to be in that
Throw him in the
conversation.
I'll give you a crazy one. Michael Penix.
Oh, he
Love that, JJ.
I'll give you that's a crazy one, but I mean he looked pretty good.
Looked good. Now, the problem is he's on the Falcons,
Yeah.
but he looked awesome.
He's got weapons though.
Bro, Kyle Pitts looked pretty good.
Kyle Pitts looked good.
Kyle Pitts looked good. I tried to tell
Unlocked.
y'all, dude. It's KP time.
I think they're going to lose 13 or 14 games this year on the last possession, like in a crazy way nobody's ever lost before, but Penix in all of them is going to look incredible.
He look, he definitely. So I grew up Falcons fan, and he when he stretched that ball out, it had shades of Mike Vick defying gravity against the Panthers like 15 years ago to make the playoffs or whatever that was.
Left-handed quarterback on the Falcons. Name is one letter off of a phallic symbol.
Oh,
That's a good
wow. I
point.
hadn't even
Wow.
considered
Oh my
that.
gosh.
A lot of similarities.
What letter is that?
Well, I guess
think-
one
I think
is
you
an X. and
take a
one's
guess, yeah.
Yeah, it's a V.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
He doesn't like that.
Phoenix?
Yeah, he don't do that.
All right, real quick because
Penix.
let's real quick. Who do we think wins tonight? Commies or Packers? Okay, wait for later. Never mind. We'll do that later. All I know is a little spoiler alert: left hand up. Okay, let's
right,
go,
love
baby.
it.
Let's go.
Yeah, I didn't want to give my prediction. I don't want to spoil who I think is going to win this game tonight.
Yeah. No,
You'll have to
I want
stick
you to be
around
fully
for that
objective.
one.
Yeah. All right, guys, coming up next here on Wake Up Barstool, we'll continue to break down the NFL weekend that will be. God, it's so fun to read promos with that music behind you. Like, that's a true career-defining moment. It feels incredible. Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool here on FS1, guys. And look, again, last week we were celebrating return of the NFL. Now we're in the thick of it. We've all had week 1 to digest. We tried to underreact Monday. It was a disastrous segment that didn't work at all. But still.
You were still drunk, though.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's what we do. I should be in Wisconsin, honestly. Might be a little more acceptable there. But the point is, some storylines have been established. Some teams already kind of in a bad way. And so I want to talk about a few games here. These kind of get-right games. And we'll start with one of the locals teams, and that is the Bears after that unbelievably poor showing on Monday Night Football, now having to go hit the road to Detroit against the Lions team that is embarrassed and angry. And it's so funny how storylines develop, right? Because the Lions get dominated by the Packers, and it's like, Dan Campbell, I mean, he loses Ben Johnson. What's he going to do now? And then Ben Johnson goes away, does what he does, and so we have no idea who's good or not. Guys, this is a truly awful start for the Bears. Like their season is going to feel like it's over, but as soon as it began, if they lose this game.
Yeah.
It's a referendum on Ben Johnson. This is like, how we had
Game 2 referendum.
Yeah, we had Belichick and Brady who won the divorce. I think Bill. We can all agree Belichick had a better post-divorce career. He's dating Jordan. Great job, Bill. But when it comes to Ben Johnson and the Lions, like we're going to react to this game, and be like, who won that? Was Ben Johnson? Is Dan Campbell a system coach? Which is like my favorite thing to say about a guy, like a system coach. You just go off your coordinators, or was Dan Campbell the key and Ben Johnson, boy genius, not ready to run an NFL team? I was at the bank yesterday, not to brag, here in Chicago, and
Banking in person.
I was talking to the people, and there was a guy at the bank, and he saw me. I was wearing a Commander's hat, and initially he goes, "I hate you." And I said, well, it's nice to meet you. I'd like to make a deposit, again, not to brag, money in. But then he was talking to me about the Bears, and he said, I think the problem with Caleb is he went from being too slow getting through his progressions, now he's too fast getting through his progressions.
I mean,
And Ben Johnson needs to slow it down a little bit because he's skipping over 2-3 and going to check down, or 2-3 and bailing out of the pocket. So but that's how good of a coach Ben Johnson is. He
sped him up too much.
Sped him up too much, so we got to slow down a little bit.
I mean, if this isn't exactly what we were talking about before the show, Mark, with the fact that, like, we're all obsessed with football. We love it so much.
Yeah.
And yet none of us have any clue what we're watching.
It fascinates me that how much this America is so obsessed with football. And I mean, you said it, T-Bob. We don't understand it, though. Like, there's nothing else in the world that we devote so much time to. And if you just ask the average Joe off the street to, like, just freeze a coverage before a snap and ask them what the coverage is, they would have no idea.
No idea.
No idea.
I think
they have no idea. They like ask them to break down film in just the most elementary, rudimentary way. They would have no idea. And I'm
Name
not
what the
saying that like
defense is.
like
Is it
I
like
know.
over, under?
I'm included in that group. Like it's crazy how we consume. If you add up the hours we spend watching football and we don't understand even the basic stuff, and yet we talk about it like we do. It's a fascinating.
I think women's bodies is up there too.
Women's bodies is up there.
We're a bit like, I'm always reminded of medieval peasants going to Mass on Sunday. Your entire life revolves around it. It's hugely important, and yet the sermon's in Latin. and you have no idea what's being said, but you continue to show up every single Sunday anyway and pour everything you have into it.
My Lord could beat up your Lord.
Never
Yeah,
mind.
straight up.
Never mind coverages. We don't even know what a catch is. We don't even know.
True.
We can't even
Coaches
start there.
don't know what a catch
Coaches don't know. I think that's probably what makes football awesome. We're not really sure what we're watching. We're just like, we're like,
Yes, in
just
the absence of absolute right, if there's gray area, then you can always be right.
you can always be
yeah,
right.
if you
Yeah.
just form a good enough argument, like that
Yeah.
guy at the bank.
Yeah.
Like Caleb just got sped up too
Yeah.
much.
I
That
believe
makes
it.
sense. I saw it.
Yeah, I believed it when he said it. It's like, you know what? You make a good point. He's gotten too good at playing quarterback now.
But that's why quarterback discourse is like so hilarious, is because it's impossible for any quarterback. I mean, a handful of like the guys at the very top have found a way, and that's why they're like gods in the football world. But it's almost impossible for anyone to be perfect on every single snap of the football. So it's in the eye of the beholder. You watch a guy, J.J. McCarthy's a great example. For 3 quarters, he looked like the worst quarterback that's ever played in the NFL. And he was the NFC Offensive Player of the Week, I think is what because of the fourth quarter, he was incredible. And so you walk away from that game and you're like, is J.J. McCarthy good? We have 2 hours of programming off of that. We could talk about that for 2 hours. Is he good?
Do you think JJ might be the new Tebow? Like, he's so frustratingly bad in the first half, and then he turns it on. All he does is win.
Maybe he's somewhere, because you know who used to be like that was Elway. That's why you got the comeback kid nickname, right? He'd be really bad for first 2 or 3 quarters, and then he would just go God mode in the fourth.
Yeah.
So I don't think he has like that ceiling, but maybe like if the spectrum is Tebow to Elway,
Yeah.
and McCarthy is finding his way somewhere in the middle.
Isn't every quarterback on the spectrum of Tebow to Elway, though?
Yes, I
Yeah.
true.
The two
That's true.
Yeah, I do think
There
that
aren't a lot of guys worse than Tebow in the NFL, and a lot of guys better than Elway.
I think he'd be a great, like, if you could set up your rotation of quarterbacks like you do in baseball with a bullpen,
Oh, yeah.
and JJ, fourth quarter guy.
He's a closer.
He's a closer.
Yeah.
He comes sprinting out of the tunnel to the skull chants, the horn going off.
Well, with that in mind, who's a good starter? Who's a guy that, like,
Probably Mahomes.
you want to pull him?
Might
Like
be
if you-
Caleb.
Caleb. Yeah, there you go. It's
That
Caleb.
opening drive from Caleb
That's a
was
good point.
A work of
It
art.
was incredible. What
But
a
once
heady start.
once it's the third time through the lineup, you want to start getting the bullpen ready.
Yeah. JJ's up there in the tunnel he's going for a jog.
All right, let's get to another one here. Although I will say this, found out on the Bears-Lions, I don't know if there's a worse coach to face than Dan Campbell in this scenario. Playing at home after that embarrassing week 1, that Lions team is going to be very hungry. Browns-Ravens. This feels like the absolute perfect get-right game for the Ravens. Once again, common theme, at home, 0-1. And, look, I don't think Cleveland could play a better football game than they did on Sunday. They didn't allow a first down to the Bengals in the second half, and they still lost.
Yeah.
It's Cleveland. Like, this is a great way for Baltimore to regain some of their confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great the way the schedule broke for them because they need a W in a bad way, and 11.5-point spread is hilarious in the NFL.
I do think the Browns' defense is pretty good, though.
Yeah, they are. No, they're very
I
good.
do. I think they're pretty solid.
You always talk about how great Myles Garrett is.
I don't ever say that. I don't
is-
ever say that.
He is great, though.
But I don't ever say that.
You don't engage with that.
No.
Because
I
that's
stay on a
anti-TJ. It's anti-TJ Watt if you acknowledge.
I respect Myles Garrett, but I'll never say he's better.
Multi-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year, right? Including, what was it, last year?
Last year.
Yeah.
See, he's even mad at you for saying that.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
You were mad. You were just mad.
He gave me a look.
Jared,
I
you
could
were just
see it
mad.
in his
Yes.
eyes. You couldn't mask it.
I would say TJ has been snubbed a bit in the past. Would maybe take a step back a little bit, getting a little bit older, sure. But I mean, I can't say he's the best. Myles Garrett, I can't do that.
The Browns defense, they played well. They got kind of hosed on a couple of those picks that Flacco threw, bounced off their own guys' hands.
Yeah, that guy's got to catch the ball.
And then the kicker for the Browns,
So bad.
Schmidt
Yeah.
doesn't have any vowels in his last name. That's a red flag.
Is that, Big T, is that Polish?
Schmidt?
Can you
Yeah.
look up the etymology of the Browns kicker's last name? See if we get some insight here.
That's got to be.
Isn't I a vowel? Schmidt?
He's got a Y.
No, it's like
Oh.
ZYMT or something.
Probably it might be the #1 Scrabble word for any current NFL player's last name.
Isn't Y a vowel? A-E-I-O-U, sometimes Y.
Sometimes Y too.
I remember the song from school. A-E-I-O-U, sometimes Y.
It is a Polish spelling of the German surname Schmidt, meaning blacksmith or metalsmith.
Interesting. So the Polish people, they went like opposite of Hawaiians, where they just were like, we're going all in on vowels.
Yeah.
And the Polish people said, we're out on vowels completely.
Hawaiians do love vowels.
They said aloha to vowels, and the Polish said aloha, but the goodbye.
And then look, we got the Super Bowl rematch, Eagles and Chiefs.
What will it take for you to think the Chiefs might not have it this year? At what point in the season will you be like, oh man, maybe it's just not their year?
They could be 6-6, and
Yeah.
I would still.
Yeah,
I think
that's
they're
a
fine.
thing,
I think they're fine.
Yeah,
Just get them in the playoffs.
just
they'll
as
figure
long
it
as they
out.
make the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Now to your point, they have had some of those streaks come to an end recently where. How did they won an incredible 15 or 17 one-score games in a row?
Yeah.
Like a level of consistency that defied mathematical odds. So the math gods should come for them in some ways this year, but yes, it's still impossible to bet against them. Although, speaking of leaping to the fore of all Super Bowl conversations, if the Eagles go and beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead to move to 2-0, fresh off beating them in a Super Bowl, that's about as power. And now what? Yeah. Howie Roseman gets a trade for Tank Bigsby.
He was just bored.
Like
Howie just had gone a week without making a trade, so he was like, yeah, I got to do something.
we can't, and he still has 3 fifth-round picks left.
Yeah.
He had 4 of them.
Yeah.
You can't. We talked about it yesterday. Making a deal with Howie Roseman, it's like it's the devil. You cannot trust it. No matter how appealing it sounds to you, you should never make a deal with
If
Howie.
he calls you, just hang up.
The Eagles are like the Tampa Bay Rays now, where if they want one of your players, you should never, ever get rid of that player under any circumstance.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Ever.
I do think, though, that if the Eagles beat the Chiefs this weekend, people will start to talk about the Chiefs, what's wrong with the Chiefs?
Oh, yeah, because they'll be 0-2. One of my favorite stats always is the 0-2 teams and their percentages of making the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because it's a bit misleading. Because obviously, if you start 0-2, you're probably not one of the best teams. Of course, you're not going to make the playoffs. But it's terrifying for all the teams that we thought were good that fall into the 0-2.
We need someone to go back and look at the stats and which 0-2 teams were actually good though, and which ones were the bad 0-2 teams.
Yeah, exactly.
Take all the bad 0-2 teams, cut them out, and then let's look at the good 0-2 teams.
Yeah.
What percentage of those made the playoffs?
Like the Giants, they won the Super Bowl that one year. They started
That's
off
right.
1-2.
Yeah.
That's
The Bengals have been good after some 0-2 starts recently.
Yep.
If the Eagles win this, is it actually bad? Are we worried about them getting complacent and not being hungry enough?
Yes.
It's like you said, T-Bob, they just beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. They kind of handled them easily in the Super Bowl. If they go into Arrowhead and beat them again, there's still 15 games left in the season, and they got to be right. I know they didn't look at the Super Bowl banner. I know they're all that was last year. We're focused on this year. But that'd be very difficult to not be like, wow, we're so much better than everybody.
Well, also, don't forget, we saw the Eagles do this when they started 10-0, and then they just were like, nah, we don't like football anymore.
Yeah.
Nah, we're done on this season, actually, dude. Everything's falling apart. And then they win the Super Bowl. All right, guys, look, we got to go to break here. When we get back, we got America's Team Power Rankings, but also I've been informed we have breaking NFL news.
Oh, wow.
That involves a quarterback. Keep it locked right here. Oh, look at Chicago. Keep it locked here on FS1. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool here on FS1. Hope you're having a great day. Maybe you're watching on YouTube in the future. I hope the future's going well, dude.
Whoa.
I hope I'm doing well whenever you're watching now. I'm probably chilling, maybe eating a sandwich or something. That sounds great. Look, we have some breaking NFL news, okay? According to Rap Sheet, it is now confirmed quarterback Brock Purdy dealing with an injury because, of course, it's the Niners. He's going to miss 2 to 5 weeks, which means congratulations to you, 49er fans, because you now get to engage in one of the most unexciting and apathetic experiences that can be had in football. That is the Mac Jones experience.
That's a little aggressive at Mac Jones. Mac's watching at home. He's like, what the hell?
It's everything. It's his incredibly undefined pasty, normal body. It's his name,
The cry
Mac
face,
Jones.
yeah.
It's the cry face. Look, he was good at college. He was really good in that COVID year. But even then, it was the COVID year.
Yeah.
It's just, but it does harken back to an older story where back in 2021, the Niners, of course, that's when they pulled that infamous trade up for Trey Lance. It was rumored at the time that Shanahan actually preferred Jones, and then he got overruled.
Do we believe that? Smoke screen.
I don't
that
know.
is that a
yeah,
draft
I mean, it's draft season. It's smoke screen season.
I think any
It's tough to
story that
trust
comes out of
anything.
draft.
That's what I'm saying.
Smoke screen, yeah.
But if it is true, Kyle Shanahan finally getting his way, gets Mac Jones. I got to say, guys, I'm starting to get bullish on the Saints again now. We talked about Rashee Rice. Would he get back from suspension before the Saints won a game? Saints looked pretty competent on Sunday. Spencer Rattler, Mac Jones, let's go. Who dat? Saints at home against the Niners this Sunday.
Yeah, are the scouts taking a victory lap now going into that draft where they're like, we told you Brock Purdy, not a high grade.
Yeah, not that good.
We told you, shouldn't have taken him in the 7th round. I think it's a little bit early in the season to be having a Mac Jones week. Like,
It's
that's
way
something
too early.
we need to wait till like week 12, week 13. We get emergency Mac Jones fill in. Also, I will never forgive Kyle Shanahan for what he did to us after that NFC Championship game loss, where they didn't have a quarterback. You remember when Purdy hurt his elbow?
Yes, yeah,
and
yeah.
he couldn't play, and he said if we had made the Super Bowl, I was going to sign Phillip Rivers off the street to play on 1 week practice
that would've been
in the
so
Super Bowl.
good.
That would have been the best thing. Do it right now, Kyle.
Yeah.
Sign Phillip Rivers. Bring him in right now. Also, Kyle's been spending his entire career wanting to coach Kirk Cousins again.
Yeah, for sure.
Those two have
Absolutely.
those
They
two
made
have been
for each
like across the like when Harry met Sally.
It's
They're best friends. They're going to get back together.
eventually that all roads will lead back to one another.
Yeah.
Wait, bring that schedule up again, guys. This
Ball security. Got him again.
I knew
Got
it.
him
And,
again.
and earlier, okay. So this could be potentially disastrous for Brock Purdy, though, because that's actually a pretty friendly next 3 games.
Yeah.
Like, and so
Yeah.
Matt, like,
There's a fear that Mac Jones will supplant.
not supplant,
Brock
but you know,
Purdy?
everybody wants to
He's gonna get
diminish.
Wally Pipp.
Everybody wants to diminish anything Brock Purdy's ever accomplished.
Yeah.
Just by being like Kyle Shanahan, the team, yada yada. Saints, Cardinals, Jaguars. Okay, not exactly a murderer's row. If Matt comes out and looks great, then the Brock Purdy noise is just going to get even louder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that there's going to be a quarterback controversy. I think Brock's done enough. The toe is what I'm hearing is the bad one. I don't know. Listen, I'm not a doctor, but when I hear toe in the NFL,
Yeah,
I think,
not
all right,
good.
just put him down like a horse.
It kept Deion out for like entire seasons at the time. I remember as a kid, turf toe. When he was with the commies back in the day.
Yeah, you're a toe expert, Jerry. What do you think about that?
Toes tough. Toes tough to come back from. You need to stand up. How are you going to stand up and not feel your toes?
I know football's a collision sport. The injuries are not uncommon, but at what point do we start asking questions about the Niners? It's
crazy.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's crazy. And it's the most frustrating thing in the world to deal with as a fan.
I know it's not their fault, but it's also like, are we
So-
sure it's not their fault?
Yeah, at this point, you have to ask.
Yeah.
That's where I think the frustration comes in is like, you're not qualified to speak on medical
Right.
matters, but you can be like, but this is an outlier.
This is a classic
Like,
situation.
you're still
yeah,
outlier
if
bad.
you're a Niners fan, you're just screaming, figure it out, and you're not really sure what else to
Yeah.
say. You're just like, this can't keep happening. All of our guys get hurt. They're out for extended periods of time. Somebody please figure this out.
Yeah, it's like at Barstool Sports with kidney stones. Something's going wrong here.
We're all trying to figure
I don't
this
know
out.
what it is, but we need to figure it out. With the toe stuff, yeah, I don't know. Like, can you file OSHA complaints if you're working for the Niners? Like, our workplace is clearly not safe right now. You can always say if you're a fan, like, if there's soft tissue injuries, you can be like, that's the training staff. We do
Right.
hamstring work.
Right.
But people are like getting their toes broken and their shoulders separated.
Which are fluke freak accidents, except they happen all the time.
Either that or other teams just don't talk about them.
Yeah.
Like, they just bury those.
So Brock Purdy, going to miss 2 to 5 weeks. Who dat? All right, let's get to a new segment we're going to do here. And this is Mark Titus's America's Team Power Rankings.
wow.
So these are the teams that America loves to cheer for, the ones that we can kind of unite behind a bit. We have a top 5. Mark, who is number 5 on the America Team Power Ranking.
All right, so yeah, you set it up well, T-Bob. These are America's team power rankings. I throw away the notion that the Cowboys are America's team. Far too many people in this country hate the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes.
So I'm more fascinated by the teams that everybody has their favorite team, but then like if you see this team playing, you have like a soft spot for them. You're like, yeah, I wouldn't hate to see them win. At number 5, I have the Detroit Lions, who you might expect to be higher on the list, but we'll get to the rest of the list. Kind of self-explanatory. The Detroit Lions have never won anything ever.
No.
They're good now. We're in a good era of Detroit Lions football, and yet when the playoffs roll around the last 2 years, they have fallen flat on their face. I think we'll all agree on the set that all things being equal, assuming they're not playing your team, if you see the Detroit Lions playing, you're like, I would like to see good things happen to this franchise, to this city, to this fan base. It's impossible not to cheer for them. I have them lower because of the last couple playoff experiences. It's sort of self-inflicted. It's sort of, there's an idea that bad luck comes into play, but with the Lions the last 2 years, it's kind of like you're sort of doing, the fan base doesn't want to hear that, but the franchise itself, it's like you're in these opportunities against the Commanders at home, and you fall flat on your face. That is well,
they've been good now. They've been good, and once you get the more good you get, the more consistently good you get, the less you can be America's team.
That's right. Yes. So they're sort of falling a little bit, but at the same time, they have not gone over the hump, so they're still on the list. At number 5, I have the Detroit Lions. At number 4, I have the Seattle Mariners. The Seattle Mariners. The Seattle Mariners have won 5 in a row. They walked off the Cardinals last night in the 13th inning. The Seattle Mariners have won 0 playoff games since 2001 when they set the record for the most wins in Major League Baseball history. They lost in the ALCS. They made 1 playoff appearance a few years ago. They got immediately swept. And I think men of a certain age see the Seattle Mariners logo. They see the Seattle Mariners on a baseball field, and it does something to you.
Yeah.
It stirs up emotions of a young Alex Rodriguez, of Ken Griffey Jr., obviously. Randy Johnson. Like the 90s Mariners were the coolest baseball team, and yet this is a franchise that has never really gotten over the hump, never really done anything. And now they're in a position, they're right there in the final wild card spot. We're in a playoff push in baseball. I know we're all football guys. I know we're jonesing for football talk, but I just wanted to call out the Seattle Mariners that when the playoffs roll around and I see the Seattle Mariners out there, I will be rooting for them.
That era of the Mariners, I think that they might be the number 1 team that dudes can just sit around and name guys from.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I can just be like Jay Buhner.
Yeah. Edgar Martinez.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, so the Mariners.
John Olerud.
The Mariners are sneaky. I don't know if cursed is the right word. Bad is the right word.
It plays.
They're a franchise that you don't really, if you're listing like tortured franchises in sports, they might not come to mind, but they have not won anything in a very, very long time.
So who's
now
number 3?
Now they're in the mix now. So
who's number 3 on the list?
Number 3 on the list, the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, interesting. I thought
Buffalo Bills.
I thought maybe Detroit and Buffalo would have been flipped here.
The Buffalo Bills are number 3 on the list. I think you mentioned earlier, T-Bob, with the Lions, they're good now.
Yeah.
And once you're good for a long enough time, we stop feeling bad for you. It's like you're having your opportunity, go take advantage of it. The difference between the Bills to me and the Lions is the Bills, I think when you watch them flame out in the playoffs, you do sort of feel bad for them. And the Lions the last 2 years, I have felt bad, but I've also been like, you sort of did it to yourself. Whereas the Bills, I know it doesn't work that way.
Josh Allen plays incredible.
Yeah,
they still lose.
There's some part of you that's like, you're just cursed. You're unlucky. This is. I can't believe what I'm watching right now. So yeah, the Buffalo Bills, I think we everybody in America would have to agree, unless you're like an AFC East fan, I guess. I don't know who would cheer against the Buffalo Bills at this point, except Cody Miles, our own resident Bills fan here at Barstool.
It also helps if they get
hates the Bills. He's the one guy that hates the Bills.
If they get hosed by the refs, then that buys you some extra years of being America's team, because it's like Josh Allen got that first down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not their fault. All right, guys, look, we're going to go to a quick break, and then when we get back, we got our top 2 America's Team Power Rankings. We have once again tapped into PFT's third grade pipeline as well. We got some questions from third graders coming up. Keep it locked here on FS1, and we'll see you in a couple. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to this Football Thursday here on Wake Up Barstool, live from Chicago, Barstool Sports HQ. All right, so as we went to break, we were discussing Mark Titus's top 5 America's Team Power Rankings. At 5, we had the Detroit Lions. 4, we had the Seattle Mariners. 3, we had the Buffalo Bills. Mark Titus, who was number 2 on the list?
All right, so I don't like number 2. I wish I could edit it right now.
Why?
But I put it up because I think my algorithm is feeding me. I'll just say it. It's the U.S. Ryder Cup team if we win. Only if we win. Only if we win. It's a little premature to put them this high because we're still a couple weeks away from the Ryder Cup. But my algorithm is feeding me a lot of golf stuff. I'm a sucker for anything that you slap the red, white, and blue on an athletic competition. I will cheer for America. So I'm fired up for the Ryder Cup. I know very little about the format. It's one of those things that I feel like I understand, and then if you ask me to explain it, I'd be like,
no idea.
I kind of don't really get it.
It's like it's match play, right?
So I'm going to get very much into the Ryder Cup, but like I put in parentheses right there, only if we win. If after day one it's looking bad, I'm just going to bail on the whole thing and act like I didn't care.
Do we know what the schedule is? Like, is it Saturday, Sunday? Is it Friday? Because if it goes up against football.
Friday,
That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough.
It's gonna be tough for me
great point, PFT. I'm very excited unless there's like a good game on.
There's a good college game on.
It's like a halfway decent game.
It's kind of like Adam Silver said. Just watch the highlights.
I might just watch the highlights.
Just watch the highlights, dude.
But
let them eat cake.
It doesn't matter the sport. If you tell me America's playing another team, I will turn it on and I will be excited about it. Again, if we win.
I mean, I remember.
I'll shrug my shoulders and say I don't really care that much anyway.
During the Four Nations. Doing radio segments and like New Orleans should have an NHL team. Like I was so fired up on hockey for a few days. Like this sport's incredible, dude. All right, who is number one?
So who could be number one? Who could be above on America's team power rankings? What team could be above America? The answer is obvious. It's the South Florida Bulls. I think every 2 weeks of the college football season, USF has captivated the country. Week 1, they beat a Boise State team that a lot of people were hot on as being the G5 representative. They run a fake punt. Then they follow it up.
Sick.
They followed it up by beating Florida in the Swamp. They have Miami coming up. Now, listen, Cinderella might meet midnight might come for Cinderella this week. It might happen. We don't know yet. We'll see. But the storybook start might come to a screeching halt against Miami. But for right now, I don't know how you can cheer against this team. They have a quarterback in Byron Brown who lowers his shoulder. What is cooler than that?
Loves
to see a
contact.
guy that just tries to truck everybody. They're so much fun. Every piece of South Florida content that is out there makes you want to cheer for these guys. The video of the coaches like rubbing it in Florida's faces. Who's the special teams coordinator that KB was shouting out yesterday? Creamer.
Oh, Creamer. Yeah,
Creamer.
John Creamer.
I think South Florida has captivated the country, and like I said, at this time next week, maybe they get worked over by Miami, and we're like, all right, maybe they're not quite as fun as we thought. But for right now, I'm all in on South Florida.
They're so good that Florida actually increased in the rankings after losing to them.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's a special team.
And look, we have AP poll voters.
Look at the look of disgust on Big T's face.
No, it's good.
Every single week, AP poll voters screw something up.
Yeah.
But this week,
This poor girl
they
just
screwed
got
up South
lambasted.
Florida.
Yeah.
And that speaks to them being America's team, is that people got fired up. How dare you disrespect South Florida?
Big T, we got 30 seconds left here. South Florida, Miami. What's your read on it?
From a gambling perspective, I like South Florida.
17.5.
17.5 again, outside, like that field goal right there, the hook. I think they can win.
Oh,
Miami?
So you're not high on Miami.
I picked USF to go to the playoff last year. I kind of fumbled and picked Boise this year, but I love USF. I love Byron Brown. Alex Golish is an incredible coach. I think they can
They should be ranked number 1 if they win.
Yeah, easily. Best resume in the country, 3 in a row. All right, guys, hour 2, John Kuhn kicking it off, coming up next.
Kuhn.
Oh, how could you not be fired up for a little Thursday night football in Lambeau, dude? The whiteout, Commies, Packers, 2 of the supposed NFC bests. And, there could not be a more perfect way to kick off today's hour 2 of Wake Up Barstool. T-Bob, PFT, Titus, Jerry, Big T hanging out with you right now. We are joined by an absolute legend. The man fresh out of Shippensburg, a UDFA that would go on to 12 years in the league, 2 Super Bowls, a multi-time All-Pro. John Kuhn, now a radio legend in his own right. John, what's up, brother? How we doing today, man?
I'm jacked up, just like you guys are. Obviously, you've been rolling for an hour before me, so you guys are well lathered, but it's Thursday night, and we got ourselves...
He's afraid he doesn't want the smoke.
Okay, we dropped out for a second, John. We got you back now. Okay, I want to get into tonight's game. But this is my first time ever talking to you. I got to ask you a little bit of a career question first, okay? You come out at Shippensburg. You're with the Steelers. You get cut right after camp. You don't make it back to the practice squad till 5 weeks left in the season. And then you go on, like I said, 12 years, all that other stuff. Did you think it was done? Did you ever think you were going to hang it up? What was that interim period like?
I never was going to hang it up, but I definitely thought it was done. In fact, those 9 weeks, like you said, that I was not picked up by anybody, I went and signed with an Arena League team. I was going to join the San Jose SaberCats. I was ready to roll, baby. They gave me 33 grand and said they were going to give me a job in a chemistry lab out there in Silicon Valley. So I was getting ready to go out there and play some Arena League. And here's a crazy fact: is in Arena League, you have an out with your contract that says you can leave for a bigger football organization, the NFL, CFL, pretty much anything. But if you wanted to do that, you had to do it before training camp started for the Arena League. Well, training camp for the Arena League always started sometime around November. Well, it just so happened within days of Steelers picking me back up to go into practice squad, I was about to head out to San Jose and start the training camp. So had that call not come when it did, I would have never gotten an opportunity in the NFL.
Wait, so you said you were about to get a job in a chemistry lab?
Well,
He was going to go full Heisenberg.
Yeah, I was thinking like ripping up the strongest batch of smelling
and then
salts.
give me a job. So I was excited about it.
All right, John, let's get into tonight's game. The Packers, massive winners week 1. I'm sure the town is abuzz, whiteout on the horizon, and now this suddenly resurgent Commander franchise coming to town. Give us an early read on some of the key matchups that you're locked in on tonight.
Well, I think first and foremost, it's the rookie right tackle for the Commanders going against probably Micah Parsons for a good portion of this football game. And listen, the Packers got some great pressure. They had 4 sacks. They had 9 quarterback hits against Detroit, but that's Jared Goff standing in the pocket. Now you got Jaden Daniels back there with the ability to move around and get out of the pocket, very mobile guy. And I think the Green Bay defensive strategy really needs to be limit his effectiveness with his legs. So I don't know how much that's going to neutralize their rush, if they're going to rush as violently and as direct line as they did against the Lions, or if they try and keep him bottled into the pocket. But definitely Jason Daniels, the pass protection of the Commanders against that Packers defensive front.
Yeah, what about the Packers receivers? Because I know that they didn't really get everybody involved as much as they could have last week. And I think Jordan Love is a very, very good quarterback. I think we had him ranked as the number 1 most likely to enter the top 5 at the end of the season. But what about the receivers? Are we looking for something different out of the passing game today?
Well, the crazy thing is, coming out of training camp, Jordan Love didn't get a whole lot of time with these receivers. You know, Jordan Love hurt his thumb, so he missed a couple weeks. Romeo Doubs missed time. You know, Dontavian Wicks missed time. Jaden Reed missed time. So there was a lot of question marks going into that first game. Well, they looked great in the first half. Then in the second half, Detroit's pass rush started getting home a little bit, affecting the ability of Jordan to be able to get to those wide receivers. But I really like this setup of wide receivers that the Packers have. And you throw in Matthew Golden and Tucker Kraft at the tight end position. They have a plethora of weapons that he can get the ball out to. And Washington's going to have to really be on their keys, because any one of these guys can catch the football and take off with it. So it's going to be a tough matchup for them as well.
Hey, John, Big T, nice to meet you. Obviously, being a fullback, you're out there doing the dirty work. You're blocking for guys that get all the shine. I was curious what normal job you would compare being a fullback to, and then if it's not podcaster, what position on the field would a podcaster be?
Good question.
Well, I definitely think podcaster has a couple links to it, but I just did a speaking engagement yesterday for a trucking company, so I definitely think a fullback is more of a trucker when it comes to
Love that.
True, absolutely
really doing the dirty type of work and sleeping in truck stops and stuff like that. So that's what a fullback is. A podcaster, man, I got to say they're more like the 3rd or 4th string cornerback, right? They got a lot of height. They got a lot of intensity. They can make all the big plays.
Yep.
And yet more times than not, they're just watching, talking about the big time guys.
That's exactly right.
Fair enough.
After hot seat, cool throw, I do this. I absolutely love it when a cornerback celebrates a clearly overthrown ball.
Yeah.
That's what I would be doing day in, day out. The Packers, they don't use fullbacks anymore. What's going on with that? Have they turned their back on you?
No, they have a fullback ish type role for Chris Brooks and for Tucker Kraft. And both of those guys have a little bit of a different skill set. They're not your traditional, fire hydrant type body that a fullback would have. They're more, Chris Brooks is built more like a big running back, and Tucker is obviously just a monster that can do anything that he wants to do at any point in time. So between those two guys, they still sit them back there in the BB position and try and let the running backs get loose.
You guys should have had a Zoom call like the running backs had, right?
Yeah.
Did they have the Zoom call to figure out to kind of start a union and then all of a sudden Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry?
The Zoom call was like, hey, this sucks.
Yeah, this
And they're like,
sucks.
Yeah, they should pay us more. I agree.
And then last year Saquon and Derrick Henry had great years. I think the fullbacks should do that. Just
Yeah,
get together and have one Zoom call.
Fullbacks are efficient. They're like, this could have been an email.
Yeah, that's right.
Just send out one email.
The problem is apparently fullbacks don't have a great connection for the Zoom call, so they might not be able to talk the whole time.
Jerry, I know what you want to ask John about.
Yeah, John, Jerry here, big fan. I got a question for you, Aaron Rodgers related. What's it like in the huddle with Aaron Rodgers? Like, are you in the huddle and you're like, oh my God, Aaron Rodgers, legend, legend. This guy's a legend. What does he sound like? Is he like, does he command the huddle? What's like being on the inside? What's it like?
Well, you got to be ready for anything with Aaron. And listen, I was lucky enough that I played before Aaron was starting quarterback. So by the time he got in the huddle, you didn't have that, oh, this is Aaron Rodgers. It was like, dude, I hope you can lead us to a couple victories in 2008.
Oh, hell yeah.
It was
Saw him on
early
the
on,
come
Aaron
up.
Rodgers.
Love that.
But we found out very quickly that the dude was made with everything that a Hall of Fame quarterback is made with. And once football games, you got to be ready for anything. He might hit you with a fake play call. He might start busting some chops in the huddle before you go out to the line of scrimmage. So he kept you in check, though. That's the one thing he did do. And
Has he ever yelled at you?
Yeah, he yelled at me plenty of times. But you know what? I yelled right back, and I think he respected that, and he took that one as a badge of honor. If you're one of those guys that he yells at, and then you just walk to the sideline with your head down, he's never going to stop yelling at you.
John, as you know, I'm an owner of the Green Bay Packers, so I guess technically your boss. It's a bit early in the season to be doing gimmicks with the uniforms, trying to like rile the fans up. Like, you're supposed to be the Green Bay Packers. You guys have legendary uniforms. All of a sudden, you're turning into like some Mickey Mouse marketing initiative because the Commanders are coming into town, a team that you've beaten up on for decades, it feels like. Isn't that a little bit beneath us as Green Bay Packers?
Well, listen, that's a point of contention for a lot of Packer fans. A lot of Packer fans, they like that green uniform.
Yeah.
They like the gold uniform. Every now and then you do a throwback to one of those crazy blue uniforms from back in the 20s and the 30s. And this whiteout uniform, as it was really different for Packer fans at first, I think they're starting to catch on. And Packer fans like being a part of this whole thing too. So they'll come out there. It'll be a cool feel at the stadium tonight when it's with this whiteout. And they did it last year, but they did it for a day game. And I don't think a whiteout quite works
gotta be a night
for a
game.
day game. You got to have a night game, and that's what they have here tonight, and that's what they're going with. I think it's going to be a great environment. It's going to be a really cool energy in that stadium, and with the Commanders coming to town. And I've had Commanders fans in my mentions all week, which is kind of interesting to me because they got hot at the end of last year, won themselves a couple games, and now all of a sudden they're Super Bowl favorites, thinking they're just going to walk into Lambeau and kick our butts tonight. So I'm really interested to see how this thing plays out. Jaden Daniels, they got to stop Lambeau. This is still the
Tough place to play. John, I will admit something to you that I haven't admitted to anybody. You're right. Like Commanders fans, we're feeling ourselves right now. We won a couple playoff games.
Rightfully so.
We haven't done anything in what, 2.5 decades. So yes, we're riding high on the horse right now. But also, it's very much coming from a place of deep insecurity, where it's like we have to act like we are very, very confident in everything, because in the back of our heads, we think that the worst thing ever is going to happen to us. Like, that's always going to be there, waiting for that other shoe to drop. So we have to get ahead of ourselves a little bit.
Well, yeah, the old adage, act like you've been there before. But honestly, when's the last time you've been there? When's
Never.
the last time
No,
you guys have
never.
been
We
considered
won-
one of the favorites?
We beat the Bucs in the playoffs in 2005, and I think Mark Brunell had 42 yards passing in that one win. That was the highlight
still love Mark
of my Redskins football team Commanders fandom right there, and that's a very low. I would say that's probably the lowest highlight of any team in the NFL until last year.
So Well, and the Packers obviously kind of the polar opposite, right? One of the more charmed franchises in the NFL. John, last one for me here is the fans have got to be sniffing Super Bowl, huh?
I thought you were going to say Super Bowl.
Are you hungry for it? Youngest team in the league? Then you go and you sign a young 26-year-old Micah Parsons. You dismantle Detroit. Where's the hype level at right now?
You know, I love the comment of being the youngest team in the league because we've been the youngest team in the league the last 3 years. But if you really look at the numbers, we're like 25.3 years old, and the 16th youngest team in the league is like 26 and a half years old. So we're separated by
John,
days.
you're ruining a great stat, John. Relax, dude. We don't need your facts here, dude.
Sometimes you got to put the stats in their place, right? That's what I'm here for. But I think the trade of Micah Parsons changed everybody's mindset around here. We did have some question marks going into the season, but a guy like him, we look on the outside. We brought in Nate Hobbs. We let Jair Alexander go, and it was how's our cornerbacks going to react? Well, if you have a pass rush, it makes the cornerbacks' jobs a lot easier. You saw an interception last week for Evan Williams.
I think that's why they signed Parsons, by the way, is just to retain the title of youngest team in the league.
Yeah, because they got rid of because Clark, I think, was about to be 30.
Yeah, he's geriatric.
Yeah, he's too
bad.
old. You
Also,
had to.
Commander's oldest team in the league against Packers' youngest.
Unfortunately,
There he is.
Micah just makes us a whole lot better. He makes us a whole lot more complete on the defensive side. And then on the offensive side, it comes down to just does Jordan Love stay healthy?
Yeah.
He doesn't have to carry this team at an MVP level because of Josh Jacobs. But if he's effective enough and can be a game manager, I think this team is going to be just fine in the long run.
Hell yes, dude. John, this has been such a pleasure, man. Always great to talk to a legend. Thank you so much, brother. I think I know who you're picking for tonight's game. Have fun. Lambeau's going to be incredible. We can't wait to watch. Thank you for waking up with us this morning.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks, John.
Yeah, dude.
Thanks, John.
Absolute legend.
yeah.
John Kuhn.
Great
dude.
fullback Wi-Fi connection. Too. He's got like a coat hanger tied around a nail. Then he hammered into a tree.
Is he the first instance of the fans doing the ooh?
I always remember
Every time he
Isaac
touched the ball.
Bruce back in the day, because when I was a little kid, right, I went to a Rams game and I thought they
that
were
for him?
booing, and I was very confused.
Okay.
But yeah.
John
I
Kuhn
don't
was
know.
the one that stand out to me. That was the first time I remember being confused. Are they
Yep.
booing or are they?
And I remember asking my dad.
Then Aaron Ripkowski took over for him, and for like 2 seasons, people were like, "Cool," after carry it. Yeah.
Micah Parsons against a rookie right tackle. Can you imagine how terrifying that would be from the tackle perspective? This is your second game in the NFL, and
Yeah.
you have the only man besides Reggie White to garner at least 12 sacks each of his first 4 seasons. And he's motivated, and he's always feasted on this team.
You know what sucks is for a lineman, if you give up like 1 sack, you have a bad game.
You suck.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Terrible.
It's I think Will Campbell had the quote during the run up to the draft. He was like, you win 98 plays but lose 2, and you're stocking shelves at Costco. Something along those lines. It's
It's
a
tough
brutal.
with those short arms he's got too.
Yeah,
You
so
see,
short.
can't reach the
He said
30 pack of Kleenex trying to get it up there.
He said if a defensive guy gets 1 sack a game, he's in the Hall of Fame. If I give up 1 sack a game, I'm going to have to work at Amazon.
That's what it was. Thank you.
I
Thank
mean,
you,
he's
Big
not
T.
wrong, right? Like,
No.
that's
It's
absolutely true.
it's definitely a brutal position, and it's going to factor in massively for this excellent Thursday night football game, guys. 2 great Thursdays in a row. All right, when we get back now, we will tap in to PFT's third grade pipeline. We got some great questions coming in from some third graders. You get yours in as well. Tweet Big T. He can read them off at the end of the show. And we'll be back live here at Barstool Sports HQ in Chicago for more.
Hold up. We got
Wake Up
next
Barstool.
line. We
Go blue. What?
Go blue. It's crazy. Go blue. It's crazy.
Sycophants.
Crazy.
Sycophants.
Get that out of here.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool here on FS1. And we have once again tapped PFT's third graders for some excellent, hard-hitting football questions. Let's go ahead and get to the first one, okay? PFT's really established quite the pipeline here. But this comes from Brienne, an 8-year-old from Enid, Oklahoma?
Enid, Oklahoma.
Enid, Oklahoma.
Football town.
Football town. Are the Green Bay Packers communists?
Wow.
That's a good question.
Great
Brian.
question.
Listen, they do sell a lot of stock. They're owned. They're more of a co-op. They're owned by the entire town of Green Bay.
Yes.
I'm an owner. My dead goldfish Larry too is also
Rest in peace.
an owner of the Green Bay Packers. I don't know if they're communists though. They're more like a bad cryptocurrency, where you just you give out, you flood the market. Everyone's got a piece of paper that says that they own something. Doesn't really mean anything. Brett Favre probably wishes he had an invisible hand in some of those pictures that he took, but it's maybe a rug pull. Getting into
Was that an Adam Smith joke?
Yeah, I think it might have been. Brian knows. You're studying finance. You understand world economics. I don't know if I'd go as far as to call them communists, though.
I actually think they're the inverse of communist. It's capitalist, right? Dividends, shareholder value.
Do you get dividends?
Going public. Oh, I actually don't know. You're the owner. I thought you could tell me. I thought maybe you got paid like a nickel on your share.
Never seen a dime.
If the Packers are good, do you get money out of this?
No, I don't
If
get a
they're
dime
bad,
from it.
You have a board of directors, though.
It goes back to dear leaders. You've got
Interesting.
the people at the top that make all the money there. So I think it's more of like a co-op. I wouldn't recommend buying stock. I'm not a financial advisor, but I would not recommend buying stock in the Green Bay Packers. But I even think the thing says I'm not allowed to resell it. It's like
that's not very capitalistic.
No, it's not.
I will say though, being an NFL owner or being a team owner in any sport, in a great ironic twist, is actually pretty damn communist, right? Yeah. They all work together. They're working directly with their competition. They're pooling all of their stuff together to sell their rights as one. Like, it's something that Steve Ballmer's talked about.
Yeah.
When he joined the Clippers, because he's like, I'm not used to this. I'm used to trying to be cutthroat and, like, kill the competition. And here I am, like, I have to go to meetings with them and work with them.
Yeah, they get the TV money, and then they give it out to everybody.
Yes.
Jerry Jones is like, I did 90% of the work. I'm getting 2% of the profits.
Exactly.
Bunch of rascals.
Thank you, Brienne. Excellent question. All right, next from Wesley in St. Petersburg, Florida. What's wrong with Lamar Jackson's butt?
Now, that is a good question. What is wrong with Lamar Jackson's butt?
Is this a reference to him defecating himself a couple years ago?
Yeah, but he also said he had cramps after Ed Oliver hit him in the fourth quarter. And
God, Ed Oliver had a good game.
That's why.
Oh, my God.
That's why they didn't go for it on that fourth down, was because he had maybe some stomach things.
Oh, I missed it.
Well, yeah, he's every year you can pencil in like 2 weeks where Lamar Jackson will have butt issues, which is very relatable. And if you hear him talk, he does talk like a podcaster, which makes me like, those are two things right there. Like, his butt is an issue, and he's got a hilarious speaking voice. So he could have a bright future at Barstool Sports after his career is over. But yeah, there's always something going wrong with his butt.
Who amongst us haven't had diarrhea problems at work? You know?
Yeah.
That's extremely hurt. You know what I mean?
That's a famous run.
And also Lamar, he's addicted to posting pictures online of the meals that he eats, because I guess he supports a lot of local businesses. So he'll go out, he'll order something to go, they'll take a picture.
I love that.
It'll always be like a crab cake soaked in 3 inches of oil. He's like, I have no idea why my butt's so bad.
Do you think he takes probiotics? As I get older, I am a massive fan of probiotics.
Yeah, in like the yogurt in the morning.
Like I guess I do it through like a green drink type deal. But the thing is, like, I had such bad gastrointestinal insecurities that I went and got a colonoscopy.
Yeah.
At like 31 years old, and it was a great experience. But the doctor just told me you're too fat, and you should take probiotics. And it's solved. Ever since then, I started taking probiotics. It's solved now.
Yeah.
I feel great.
You're trying to find the solution.
I thought I had
anything.
I thought I had butt cancer.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna know you're just too fat.
You're fat.
You have to lose. Like, if I'm being honest, you just got.
But Lamar's skinny.
I know.
He's so skinny.
He lost a lot of weight.
But it runs right through.
He's skinny.
Crap through a tin horn and all that.
He is a run-first quarterback. He's maybe got a case of that going on. Listen, he's a great quarterback. I would get a dietitian involved at this point. I think get some fiber in your life, Lamar.
All right, let's go then to college football. We haven't discussed much today. Get a camera on T real quick, guys. Look at this man, okay? He's got all of the Vol orange on. This weekend, there is not a bigger game than the Georgia Bulldogs visiting Tennessee in Neyland Stadium. We always play this game. What's the number one stadium in the country? What's this or that? When you're in Tier 1, you're all basically equal. It's the opponent and the setting that matters.
Right.
Tennessee's Tier 1. This is a massive rivalry. It's a huge opportunity. Georgia looks fallible. Tennessee, Big T, this is going to be the craziest. That stadium will be as loud as any stadium can ever be this weekend.
For sure, and it is at 3:30 Eastern time as God intended when these games should be played. I'm very excited. Georgia has not looked great. They haven't played anybody, so we don't know. Didn't look great against Austin Peay. Tennessee, Joey Aguilar looks like he has the offense back, running the way maybe Hendon Hooker did. Last couple years, Nico and Joe Milton didn't quite have it at that level. I'm really excited. Gunnar Stockton's first SEC road start. He's got to go into Neyland Stadium. It's going to be jumping. Kind of saw that last year with Alabama.
Yep.
Going in there, and Tennessee won that game even with an abysmal offensive performance. So should be exciting.
Yeah, it definitely feels a lot like that Bama game.
And Big T, you were saying earlier that LSU is just basically nighttime merchants. They get all the night games.
They are. They
Let's go, baby.
When Tennessee played there in 2022, we played at noon and beat them by 30 points. And they said it's actually illegal that they had to play at noon because they couldn't get drunk enough for the game.
Yeah,
so it didn't actually count.
It was lame. I mean, it sucked. It was super lame. I did the hype video for that game too. Everybody blames me for it.
What's the rest of the schedule look like for Tennessee? Is this a driver's seat game?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, bro.
Big time.
They have a relatively. They're up there. They're right behind Mizzou in terms of most friendly.
We got a pretty nice schedule set. If we win this game, we're in a good spot.
You don't want to be going up against Georgia in a driver's seat game.
That's true.
Yeah, and Georgia's kind of the opposite. They have a very tough schedule after this.
Well, maybe that Georgia doesn't tend to do well on the road.
Yeah.
Good point.
No, we want
well.
Tennessee to win, so Georgia's not in the driver's seat.
Yep.
Right.
For America.
Yeah, for
the
America's
catbird
behind
seat,
the balls.
if you will. Does it worry you at all that everybody's coming over to Tennessee? Because
yes,
everybody is, myself included. I'm like,
yes.
Tennessee's going to win this game.
But
I go straight.
I knew Saturday when Georgia was playing around with Austin Peay that was going to happen. And the line moved from 7 to 3.5 in like a day.
Damn, dude, that's a lot.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, everybody's picking Tennessee. That's fine. That's where we want to be.
So something else that we did when we were rehearsing the show for a week, you gave us a big tease. It's a massive parlay that you put together. That actually hit. And then I screwed up. Bad on me. We didn't get to the big tease last week. How did last week's big tease do?
We're up 10 units this year. We're 2-0.
I feel terrible.
So now that you're going to make me give it out on television.
I feel terrible.
This bet's dead.
Yeah.
This is dead. This is dead bet.
Don't bet this.
But we
Do
gotta
not bet this.
Whatever. We got to get one whiff out the way, and then you're good. Or maybe no. Screw that, guys. Manifest 3 in a row. Big T. What's the big tease of the week?
All right, very quickly. Over 37.5 in Wisconsin, Alabama. Oklahoma minus 13.5 at Temple. Weird game. UConn money line at Delaware. Missouri minus 16.5 against Louisiana Lafayette. Not Louisiana, though you're still Louisiana Lafayette to me. Ole Miss money line against Arkansas. Notre Dame money line against Texas A&M. And over 37.5 in Vanderbilt, South Carolina. That is the big tease this week. But don't bet it because it's 2-0, and now that I gave it out on TV, it's going to flame out.
No, guys.
He's right.
Definitely bet this.
No, he's definitely right.
Definitely bet this.
Big T is right. It's 2-0, but nobody will ever believe you that it's
correct.
That's the problem. It's definitely going to lose this week. I'm going to bet it though.
I mean, we're up 10 units. If it loses the rest of the year, we're even.
Well, you are, but
correct.
But we aren't.
Sure. Well, you
not.
might be if you took it the first couple weeks.
America's not.
Yeah, and again, guys, it's okay. Look, no, we're going to say, look, the Chiefs won 17 one-score games in a row. People said that never happened.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
The Lions are good at football. The Bills are good at football. Sure. Crazier things have happened.
The Big T's goes 3-0. I might not show up here next week.
Yeah, you can retire.
Yeah.
Fat and happy. All right, let's do this, guys. We're going to go to break. And when we get back, we got some very important issues to get to. Should Pope Leo go on the Manning cast? How do you feel about J.J. Watt's feathered hair? There's plenty to come here on Wake Up Barstool. Keep it locked on FS1. Grab a coffee, and we will see you after the break. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool here on FS. I was waiting for it. I was trying to bait you. Let's go.
I got to do the
Let's
PFT
go,
punch.
dude. Welcome back. Wake Up Barstool here on FS1. We got a hodgepodge of topics to get to. Also, remember, we got Kate's Thursday Night Football Roast coming up to close out the show. hilarious week 1, and despite what Kate may tell you, gonna be awesome again this week.
She's gonna be fired if she roasts the Commanders.
Oh yeah, that's true. We don't know who she'll be roasting. Will it be Packers or Commanders?
Oh yeah, the first week was a little obvious.
Far side of the world.
Yeah.
Can I just make a prediction real quick for tonight's
Yes.
game? F-16s tonight. I screwed up last week. It was a night.
You called for F-16s last week.
No, I called for F-15s.
Oh,
last
sorry, I
week,
apologize.
But I forgot that it was going to be dark outside, so there's no flyover. Some people are saying I don't know plane. That's a valid criticism. It was week 1 for me too.
Can we get pictures of it? As a not plane guy, you're just saying gibberish.
I would love
And
to see pictures of planes right
Okay,
now.
can I get a
He nailed
reference or
your
something?
video of watching them come in, seeing how quickly you could nail the F-35 was very Spectrum-esque and very impressive.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah. I like looking
very
at planes.
impressive.
Is that a crime?
No, not at all. I
That
paint
16
miniatures.
Is what?
That would be the Fighting Falcon or the Viper, depending on which nomenclature you
so
subscribe
sick,
to.
dude.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Sounds so sick. All right, speaking of badass, coming up this week in boxing, once again taking center stage, we got Canelo Alvarez, we got Terrence Crawford, and we got Jersey Jerry, our resident sweet scientist. Jer, how we feeling about Alvarez Crawford?
Oh, pumped. This is a fight for all the people who complain about the Jake Paul fights.
Yes.
That they're boring, Jake's going to win, blah, 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 blah. Why am I paying for this? This is going to be incredible, this fight. I know Canelo has the better resume. Crawford going up 2 weight classes to Canelo's weight class for Canelo's belts. I don't know, man. I'm back and forth on this fight. Early on, I was like, I think I'm going to lean Canelo because the weight jump for Crawford, he hasn't even had a fight. Even the weight underneath the weight class they're fighting now.
Yeah, he jumped up 2.
Jumped up 2.
He got a longer
How is
reach,
that,
though,
so
huh?
How is that
Yeah.
not obvious? Because I mean, I don't know much about boxing, but that sounds like you go with Canelo. He's.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
But why? So what's the argument for Crawford?
Listen, I just think he's way more technical, has the best jab in boxing. I don't know, man. Canelo, he hasn't looked like the prime Canelo that we're used to seeing the last couple fights.
That last fight was boring. It
Yeah.
was like the most boring fight that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But he's a great boxer. What's the weight class difference? Like how many pounds are we talking?
They're fighting at 168, I believe now. 168. Canelo, that's his weight class, but Crawford is 2 below, so 2 below 147.
Bro, that's
that's a lot.
That's
That's a lot of weight.
That's a lot.
That must be so fun to put on weight before a fight like that.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
put on the
but
worst.
people are saying like what happens in the 9th. He's never carried that weight, fighting.
Cardio, yeah, might
Yeah.
be an
It's undefeated, though.
I'm locked
Crawford
in
is.
on the Tyson Mayweather fight. That's gonna be special.
Wait,
Stop
is
it.
that a real thing?
Yeah.
Apparently,
Oh, it's a real thing.
Dude. Oh, no, dude.
It's gonna be great.
nobody's gonna get that fight.
I do kind of like what you were saying, Jared. Like, so many people love to moan and complain about
Yes.
all those show pony fights, all these fake fights. Okay,
Yeah.
well now you got a good one.
Yeah.
So like, if you really want this is here for you, go prove it, because it probably won't sell as much as like Paul and them do, and then that you're just gonna negatively reinforce everything that's wrong with it.
What was the last banger boxing match we had that
That nobody
we all
really.
locked in on, and everyone was like, "That was awesome." Because even Floyd Mayweather was the hotness for a while. We'd all buy his fights. We'd all, the casual boxing fan would be like, "I gotta watch the Mayweather
me,
fight."
it was-
And then he's playing, he's doing defensive boxing, and you're like, "That was."
Wilder Fury.
kinda
I was gonna
boring.
say Wilder Fury,
Fury.
dude.
Wilder
1 and
Fury's
2
one.
were awesome.
Wilder
Yeah.
Fury.
Fury comes back from the dead in the first, and then he puts on that clinic in the second.
Yeah.
Freaking gypsy.
Boxing's
king.
trending though. Boxing's
Yeah.
kind of coming back a little bit.
Yeah.
Shout out his excellency.
Dudes getting punched in the face is always gonna sell.
Okay, so I was gonna say speaking of, but that doesn't make any sense because Peyton Manning wrote a letter to Pope Leo inviting him to come on the Manning cast. Okay, of course, Chicago Pope, Louisiana Pope, American Pope.
Speaking of guys hitting people in the face, the Pope.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hitting people in the face with forgiveness and love.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and wisdom and truth.
Do you guys claim him too? Louisiana?
Yeah, his roots are in Louisiana.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's big. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. It's either a direct. Look it up. Give it to me, T. Look it up. He's a Louisiana Pope. Thank you.
How do you Louisianify the Pope? Like the Chicago people say, "Da Pope."
He wears beads.
Oh,
So how would you do?
Well, it'd be very similar. So a Cajun accent, you say th like dat, like dis dat. So it'd be like DePope.
DePope.
Yeah. Like
He has strong family
Bullshit.
roots in Louisiana, specifically with Creole ancestry in New Orleans, tracing his maternal lineage back to free people of color in the 19th century.
Wow.
Black Pope, Louisiana Pope, Chicago Pope, American Pope. We love him. Is it beneath the papacy to go on the Manning cast?
He's got to have a better Zoom connection than John Kuhn.
Yeah. I mean, the Vatican's probably got incredible Wi-Fi, though.
Yeah.
Which is impressive given all the marble. I would think it would interfere, but I'm sure the infrastructure's great.
He would never do it. He would never do it because you know how they have like the wall where you call a play perfectly, you get your face up there?
Yeah.
What if he screws up his prediction? That actually destroys 2,000 years of Catholic doctrine of the infallibility of the Pope.
Yeah, because you can't have a direct line to God if then you can't even,
If you don't know that they're going to run the ball on third and 1 from the 1 yard line to score a touchdown, like what if you called a run and it was play action? You started to celebrate early.
It's terrible.
It would destroy everything. Yeah, we can't have that as
It would be the worst crime that the Catholic Church has ever had in their entire history.
ever.
So I don't know if if the Manning cast is the right for him, but this is why we got an American Pope, right? Is to do stuff like to get into American culture, to get Americans to care about the
Bro,
the
in
Pope.
June, he had a White Sox hat on at the Vatican.
Right. So he's got to lean into this sort of stuff. So if it's not the Manning cast, what else would it be? What else? What show should he go on then? He's got to do something. He's got to do
Call Her
something.
Daddy.
Do Call Her Daddy.
Yeah.
Do a sit down.
That would be good.
Wake Up
Call Her
Barstool.
Dad. Get him on here. Pope hosting SNL.
Have you seen Peyton Manning's Manning cast wish list? It is the most quarter zip, middle-aged white man wish list of all
Nance.
time. It is Tiger Woods, Bradley Cooper, President Bush, Larry David, and the Pope. I mean, it's unbelievable.
I think Bush would be good on the Manning cast. You know, he wanted to be commissioner of Major League Baseball. That was his dream job.
Bush would murder. He's the most charismatic man of all time.
Think about how much better the world would be in all facets, and especially baseball.
Yeah.
If George Bush had become, he would have been a great commissioner of baseball.
Fool me twice, can't get food again.
Can't get fooled again.
And then what about? I was a little shocked this Sunday when I'm watching football. All of a sudden, J.J. Watt's in the booth. He was actually pretty fantastic in the booth. But he shows up with this newly feathered hair. It's crazy because he's always had the most short spiked hair energy of any man that I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden he's got these beautiful flowing locks.
Yeah, it was a little bit. It was interesting for me. It was mostly about the visual of him standing next to was it Iron Eagle? Yeah, that was a big short guy, tall guy thing. And
They kept cutting back to it too.
Yeah,
all the
anytime that happens, as a normal sized man myself, I feel Iron Eagle's pain on that one standing next to a monster. By the way, we work. Jerry, you understand this. We work.
I get it. Trust me.
Tall guys. We got tall guys everywhere at this office, and those of us on the shorter side, we've got some bad visuals. Is this really his hair though? Did JJ? Did he get?
I think it is.
Did he get a procedure?
Well, it was never that he was bald though, right? He was just a big spiked hair guy.
Yeah, it's
so he
different.
grew it out. He grew it out and let it fall a little bit.
Is there some? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why this would be the case. Like, is there something with the helmet? But there are plenty of football players. That
No, he just liked it.
Why?
Sam Hartman, great.
Yeah.
Nothing, and I liked it. It wasn't nearly as disconcerting as when like Urlacher showed up with hair in studio that one time, or Drew Brees did. That was
Jason Witten did it too. Yeah.
Yeah, that was always just kind of threw you for too much. You know what, JJ? Shockingly great start. Welcome to the team. He's a media guy now.
Yeah.
He's a
That's
media
right,
guy
yeah.
now,
As
dude.
one of us.
One of us, dude. Yeah, look
there we
at
go.
that, dude. Hell yes.
Yeah, he went from being like your high school bully to your high school vice principal that tries to be your friend. Yeah.
Also, that's not the side angle on the feather hair might be a little bit better. Guys, how do you feel? Y'all like hot dogs?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever had Korean corn dogs?
No.
They're like fried. They're like deep fried. They'll mix like cheese in there. Well, TCU, they're releasing a new concession item this weekend. It is a Korean corn dog. So much dog cheddar, you might be able to get a better look at it up there. It's a hot dog with mozzarella cheese. It's dipped in ube batter, fried in panko.
What's ube batter?
It's like it's like a umami flavor.
Okay.
You know how like you have salty, savory, bitter. Umami is like another flavor profile.
Okay.
And it's just drizzled with sweet, spicy honey. I mean, dude, that looks
So
delicious.
good.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson's going to be housing a couple of those.
I would smash that thing. Incredibly phallic in nature.
Yeah.
Picture.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's right.
Here's my thing. That's not a football food.
Why not?
That's a baseball concession.
It is a baseball concession, but what is a football concession?
Football needs to be quick, light.
Chicken fingers.
Sure. It's got to be something that you like. It can't be an event.
But
Yeah.
there is a portability there to the grimace phallus that I appreciate.
But there's so much going on. It's 3rd and 6. You need a big stop, and you're trying to house a purple corn dog.
What about just a regular hot dog? Is that a football food?
I don't associate it with football, but it would
Okay.
be more
Because
acceptable.
I'm fascinated by this. I agree with you, but I also don't know what a football
You
food
see
would
what I'm
be.
saying,
I see
though.
what you're saying, but I also then if that is in case if
These
that is
do
the
probably
case,
take a while to make.
what is a football food?
Nachos,
Nachos, yeah.
Nachos.
popcorn, chicken tenders,
Yeah. I don't think.
burgers, not
Pizza?
football.
Slice
Oh,
of pizza?
the tiny
Pizza.
Yes, a little miniature personal pizza.
Oh, I love
Yes.
a personal pizza
Oh,
at
that's
a
a great
football.
call.
That actually might be number one.
Listen,
Yeah.
that looks delicious. I kind of agree with Big T. This is beneath the sport of football.
That's baseball. That's where
Yeah.
you're sitting there for 3 hours.
You're trying to get somebody to come out
Yeah.
to the ballpark.
Correct. Yeah.
The football is the reason why you're going to the
Correct. That's
Yeah.
like the White Sox milkshake. They're like, hey, we suck, but come for this awesome milkshake.
They almost shouldn't even sell food at football games.
Agreed.
Just beer.
I don't hate that either.
Big T definitely
Really?
doesn't hate that. Cut out all the fat, dude. Just ball.
Yes. You can do popcorn and
Popcorn and beer.
the B2 nachos that Air Force has.
Those
Yeah.
are great nachos. Yeah. By the way, that does look exactly like the eggplant emoji.
Yeah.
That's what that is on
Yeah.
a stick.
the
They knew what they were
girth,
doing
The
with it, yeah.
gentle curve, even
Yeah.
Even the tip
of the head.
The tip of the head. Yeah. They knew what they were doing.
I mean, it's kind of crazy.
They knew exactly what they were doing.
I'm going to Cosm this weekend in Dallas for Necessary Roughness. I'm thinking about. I'm reaching out to them. I'm trying to get my hands on a purple glizzy to get a review of. But the game's not till tonight, so we'll see. Fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed. All right, when we get back here on Wake Up Barstool, we got Dr. Terrell Hatt, a little Rizzo, and we got our girl Kate coming up with a brand new Thursday night football roast. It's going to be a ton of fun. Keep it locked here on FS1. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. We are live here in Chicago. We're closing out another day here, starting off another weekend full of football. Thursday night game, again, so spectacular.
Certified
guys.
banger on Thursday night.
Certified banger.
Certified
2 weeks
banger.
in a row. We absolutely love it. Left hand up. It's the Commanders. It's the Packers. It's Lambeau Field. It's a whiteout. And what better way to celebrate it than with one of the funniest people I know? This is Kate, Barstool Kate. Great comedian, and she is now, this is everything we do it every Thursday. It's Thursday night football roast. Kate, what's up, girl? Oh, wow, looking very cheesy today.
You know me. Excuse me, you guys. Pardon me. Good to be here today. Okay. I'll be a son of a Gunderson. Get into it. Go Pack, go. This week, I'm already 1-0. I had the Eagles beating Dallas.
Hell yeah.
That went perfectly according to plan. This week, my heart was telling me to pick the Commanders for the win. But for 3 reasons, I had to flip that. 1, Green Bay just straight up looked amazing on Sunday. 2, Green Bay just seems too wholesome to make fun of. Wasn't Brett Favre just looking out for everybody's welfare at the end of the day? And 3, thanks to my baby dad, my kids are Commanders fans, and they were bad as hell this week. Multiple timeouts.
Oh, that's a
Pain
good
in my ass.
picture.
Anyway, so here it is, my prediction. Green Bay 31, Commanders 22.
Oh.
And that's bad news for Commanders fans because you're about to get roasted. Sorry, PFT, I know you're a diehard, but I won't hail on your parade since there's no chance of you having one this year. This week, I'm going to kick things off by going Oprah mode. Fellas, look under your seats. All the way under on the bottom, way underneath there. Something special for each of you.
Wait a second.
Wait.
Way under there.
Oh, wait. Oh, no, wait. I thought there was a bit.
Oh,
I
wow.
didn't know there was
Wait.
any-
No?
Oh, sick, dude. Is this
Wait.
a Chase Young authentic?
Wait, wait a
Did you
second.
each get?
We got 3 Chase Young.
3 Chase Young jerseys.
Oh.
Mark, you're signed.
Oh my God.
Wait, what's wrong? Is he not on the team anymore and is part of an endless line of failed Ron Rivera draft picks or something? 99 problems indeed. Worth noting, that's actually the youngest thing you'll see today since the Commanders have the oldest roster age in the history of the league. But I'm not here to judge. I think it's cute that Zach Ertz handed out Dusty Werthers in the end zone last week. And those new Life Alert helmets are really sick. Speaking of old, the last time the Commanders won a Super Bowl was 33 years ago. Luckily, I think the fans there are built for it. A big part of DMV culture is waiting. DC, Maryland, Virginia. Okay. PFT, have you heard that Commanders hype song by Oh Goody featuring Big Five, Left Hand Up?
Of course.
Funnily enough, I left hand up is something Washington fans have been saying after leaving the games early for the last 20 years.
Where's Cody?
Elephant in the room. The reason for all this misery and loss, former owner Dan Snyder. Yikes. And today of all days, let us not forget one of his most egregious schemes, selling a $23.99 plus shipping team baseball hat with a red, white, and blue pentagon on the side, and running radio ads saying this was a great way to commemorate 9/11 on the 5th anniversary. At least the proceeds went to, nope, just to Dan Snyder. There's no joke there, really.
Is that true?
Yes.
Yes, that's true.
That's not even a joke.
That's not even a
what
joke.
happened. That's just the thing that happened.
I just said that because you have to wonder what type of fan base is buying a hat like that. Oh my God. What the heck? Oh, no. Okay. Green Bay is known for beer, cheese, and football, but did you know they're also the toilet paper capital of the world? However the game goes, at least the Commanders can stock up on rolls for when FedEx Field sprays doo-doo on everyone again.
That's twice, right? Only twice.
And sure, you're stuck at FedEx for now, but hey, they're tearing down the old RFK as we speak, and I saw the renderings are out for the new RFK. Looks good. Planet Beach spray tan super buff kind of hot for an older guy arena is gonna rock. Okay, speed round. Heard your kicking team is way gay.
Is that it? That's the joke?
Those are their names.
Those are their names. Okay.
Yeah.
Remember that Laramie Tencel in a bong mask video from 2016?
Yeah.
Dang, he's still so high from that, he keeps trying to buy new shoes at Annie Ann's at the National Mall. Have to admit, I'm loving your new running back, Bill.
Yeah.
It's been a minute since a Bill in D.C. was so focused and skilled at finding the hole. I bet Lambeau is excited to wreck a McLaren this week. McLaren, those are cars. This is bad. Jaden Daniels is wearing a Japanese flag on his helmet to honor the heritage of his great-grandmother. That's really cool. I just hope he doesn't sake this week. Okay. All right, enough of that. Oh, I totally forgot. I put a little Major Tuddy doll in here as a joke since you guys are the hogs. Let me check on that and see how it's going. Ooh. Oh, my God. Anders.
Let's go,
All right.
Kay.
Bacon for everybody.
It's actually
yes.
good bacon.
Cheers.
Great bacon.
All
Wow,
right.
Major Tutties.
Oh my God. You're
All right.
great.
See you
Here, get
guys
some
next
Major
week.
Tuddy.
Bye, Kay.
Let's go
Bye,
back.
Kay.
Love you. Go, Pack, go. That was great.
Did she buy 3 Chase Young jerseys?
No, I think the Beeve, her baby daddy, has all 3. I think,
Okay.
I think
This is-
he's a diehard Chase Young believer.
Yeah.
I thought, dude, is he still on the Saints?
He
I
is.
thoroughly enjoyed Chase Young on the Saints.
Yeah.
He's good. He's still good. He's still good. Maybe not as good as they thought he was going to be. But, all right, let's make some picks, guys. Thursday Night Football, tonight, Big T, we're starting with you.
Packers, home field. I would never pick PFT's team anyway, even if I thought they were going to win.
Just out of pure spite?
Yeah, Packers.
Okay, excellent. Good to know. Honesty is best policy. Titus, what you got?
I'll probably take the Packers as well. Yeah, give me the Packers. I think the Packers are a charmed team right now. And the John Kuhn.
John
swayed
Kuhn
me.
was cool.
John Kuhn swayed me. His breakdown. Basically, the way John Kuhn was talking, Micah Parsons is going to get a sack every single time the Commanders drop back to pass.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to win if that happens. The Commanders. They get sacked every single pass play.
Agreed.
It's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough. Jared, what about you, brother?
I got to go with the Packers here. I think they're the better team all around.
Well, far be it from me to go against the crowd, although in many ways I was born against the grain. You know why? Because I'm a southpaw, okay? I'm in the minority. I'm a left-hander. And the bottom line up tonight, it's all about the Commanders. Left hand up, my boy JD5 gets it done on the road in Lambeau. Start the Super Bowl hype. PFT, where we at?
I love that because I was going to have to pick the Packers if everybody else picked the Packers.
Yep.
So we could have the graphic on there. You broke it up. I'm going to go with the Georgia Bulldogs against the Tennessee Volunteers this weekend, Big T.
That's a good pick.
And I'm also going to go with the Commanders, obviously. Left hand up. Please don't break my heart, guys.
How will you threaten any of your friends with
Yes.
crashing planes or expose any behind-the-scenes work
No.
drama if your team loses?
No, there will be.
God, I didn't
there
even
will
realize.
be.
No, guys, no, that was a reference.
No.
No,
Past it.
That was,
I know,
that was-
move past it.
No, that was
Move past it.
a
Move
reference
past
to
it.
the Big Cat Show.
The more you keep defending it, the
yep.
more we're.
That could be about. It was about my flight simulator. That's what you're talking about.
No, it was about Big Cat and Nick.
I think that we're gonna win. I think it's gonna be close, and I think there's gonna be some weird Jaden magic at the end.
Yes.
3 points.
Hell yes.
I got it 28-31.
Big T, before we go, can you explain this to me? Is this something that they use in football?
You can do whatever you want.
It's been bothering me as a
Oh, no, because it kind of looks like a basketball whiteboard.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there's no way. No.
Coaches call timeout and draw up plays.
No, you are never drawing a play.
Like this,
You are never drawing a play on the
It's been
dry
bothering me for
erase
2
football
hours.
field.
And yeah,
Wow.
I don't know why that exists, but
I'm sorry, guys. That's on me. Hey, great show, though. Super fun, guys. We love you. Thank you to everybody in the production room making this show happen. Thank you to all who listen and watch and share the show. We'll see you tomorrow. More Wake Up Barstool.
Hi, Mom.
footage courtesy of Life Alert.
Hi to everybody's mom. All moms.